Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, JJ Devereaux might soon need to ask Gabi Hernandez for a big favor. As fans of DOL are aware, Gabi volunteered to help in any way she could, so JJ might approach her with a risky request concerning Clyde Weston's takedown operation. After Clyde provides information on the time and hotel location, Chad DiMera and Kat Green have made the decision to send a few decoys. Clyde anticipates that Chad will check in as Mr. and Mrs. DiMera in order to deliver Kat, but they will wait for Clyde. If Chad and Kat are going to succeed, they need another man and lady to check in under those names. JJ was probably referring to Gabi because he had already offered to be Chad's decoy and made a suggestion that he knew someone who might cover for Kat. Days spoilers indicate that despite the extreme danger of this assignment, JJ might swear to protect Gabi at all costs. Gabi might say she's in since she's never been one to back down from a challenge. This does, however, appear to be a normal day scenario when things could go terribly wrong. What happens if Clyde dispatches a hitman who is unsure of Chad and Kat's appearance? JJ and Gabi can find themselves in a dire situation if Clyde is laying a trap that he hopes to kill both Kat and Chad. As someone with a gun targets JJ and Gabi, it's obvious to see Kat and Chad losing control of the situation. There might be some confusion here because Clyde might send someone else to a particular hotel room to get rid of the two Mr. and Mrs. DiMera occupants. Naturally, Clyde may also decide to handle this himself. In that case, he may threaten to kill all four of them for attempting this ruse. Because viewers are aware of Clyde's tendency toward retaliation, he may lose his temper and wish to hold everyone accountable. In any case, Gabi and JJ might end up in more difficulty than they anticipated. We'll give you more predictions on all the terrifying events that lie ahead because JJ might have to save Gabi when things get out of control. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Chad and Kat will also face some difficulties before Clyde is defeated, so keep checking back for any new developments. Before Nancy Wesley seized Chloe and confessed that she had given birth to her as a teenager, she had spent the first 10.5 years of her life in an orphanage. By that time, Chloe had developed into a defensive, patronizing teenager with a strong dislike of color. We can guarantee you that this did not make her popular with her classmates. However, this caterpillar quickly emerged from her cocoon, and Chloe never turned back after she transformed into a butterfly. Bjorlin has essentially done everything with Chloe throughout the years, including fusing her own amazing skills with the operatic singing of her alter ego. She moves fluidly in and out of Salem, returning each time, apparently, to highlight a new side of Chloe. At her core, Chloe has always been a survivor, even if Bjorlin has portrayed her beloved character as anything from a prostitute to a caring mother. She has battled cancer, mental health disorders, serial murders, bullying, and abandonment since she first stepped onto our screens. No matter how many times Chloe has gone back and forth over the past 20 years, it never seems to grow old. She has visited places like Kansas City, New York, and Chicago, but something constantly beckons her back. Perhaps it's the abundance of affluent young men who are constantly willing to battle for her. Perhaps it's the thrill of the near-death encounters, kidnappings, and catfights. Perhaps it's even the excitement of getting up and not knowing whether you're going to be taking down a Mexican criminal gang or managing Salem's trendiest restaurant. In any case, we are aware that Chloe will eventually cruise back after she puts Salem in her rearview mirror. And that has become particularly evident recently with the arrival of Mom Nancy, the impending, inadvertent, ruin of a marriage by little sister Joy, and Philip's return following an unsuccessful attempt at a connection with Chloe. There has never been a better time for her to return to Salem, as almost everyone in her life is currently in town. We are aware that Joy has a slight grudge because she was created to save the life of her larger sister. And we have no doubt that the two have a lot of stuff to work out. We're also eager to learn more about the off-screen events that caused her and Philip to split up. Then there is Brady, who, ever since he and Chloe split up, has been going from one woman to another. Although it appears that he and Ava will eventually hook up, although over Kristen's body, Ava hasn't always been the most stable of people even though their romance is undoubtedly beginning. After everything he's been through, Brady could be better off focusing on Chloe again. She won't frame him for a hit and run, at least. We believe. There's also always the possibility that she will follow in Joy's footsteps and ruin Zara's happiness, as she shocked us all the last time with her surprisingly healthy connection with Xander. Back in 2013, Bjorlin told Soaps.com that it always feels great to return to Days of Our Lives. It feels like returning home. When I return, everyone says, "Oh, hi guys," so it never feels like a significant amount of time has passed. And we are always delighted to return the greeting. According to spoilers for next week's episodes of the popular Peacock soap opera, Days of Our Lives, Thanksgiving brings a loss that completely upends Salem. The show has saved the best for last in the last week of the November sweeps. Days fans have been anticipating and dreading this moment ever since Bill Hayes' passing. Julie, Susan Seaforth Hayes, is surrounded by family members who surprise her for the holiday when Doug dies. Not only that, but Days of Our Lives is giving viewers a week of brand new episodes despite Thanksgiving being the next week. This is what's going on in Salem. Thanksgiving is celebrated in Salem. The newly walking Sarah, Lindsay Godfrey, at home with Xander, Paul Telfer, is part of the Kyriakis clan's holiday celebration at the mansion. As they prepare meals for the food pantry, Steve, Stephen Nichols, and Justin, Wally Kurth, reflect on their past. Stephanie, Abigail Klein, spends the holiday taking care of Alex, Robert Scott Wilson. For Thanksgiving, Eli, Lamont Archie, and Lonnie, Sal Stowers, come back to town. They begin the day by hanging out with Johnny, Carson Boatman, Chanel, Raven Bowens, Abe, James Reynolds, and Paulina, Jackie Harry. Doug's family laments his passing. Jennifer, Melissa Reeves, and Jack, Matthew Ashford, return for Thanksgiving and to chat with Kat, Annalyn McCord. For the big day, they are not the only ones in town. Sean, Brandon Beamer, and Hope, Christian Alfonso, come back to see Julie. When Jack discovers that Doug died while he was sleeping after checking on him, the holiday takes a tragic turn. As word of Doug's passing spreads swiftly across Salem, Julie's grief overcomes her and Sean and Hope start to rely on one another. In her time of need, Julie is fortunate to have Chad, Billy Flynn, Jack, Jennifer, Hope, Eli, Maggie, Suzanne Rogers, and a host of others to rely on. Drama in the next days. Days of Our Lives has more drama and mayhem developing before Thanksgiving. Joy, Alex Ann Hopkins, begs Alex to protect her secret, but their cover is almost blown by the conflict between her and Johnny. Chanel offers some good news for Paulina, while EJ, Dan Feuerriegel, counsels Johnny on his Joy predicament. In another scene in Salem, Javi, Al Calderon, tells Rafe, Galen Gehring, about his predicament with Leo, Greg Rickhart. Rafe steps in and utilizes his detective abilities to show that Javi is correct and Leo is incorrect when their disagreements over the lady whistleblower issue worsen.